In compliance with Chapter 231 of the Open Public Meeting Act of the State of New Jersey, adequate notice has been given to all members of the governing body, the local source, and the Westfield Leader, the two newspapers designated to receive such notice. This notice is also posted on the Borough Hall Bulletin Board. Let's stand for an invocation from Councilman Matichak.
Lord, look over us and guide us to make the best decisions for the sake of our community. Please look over our first responders, military serving locally and abroad. Look over our community's children as they return to school. Keep them safe and well educated. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Martha, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Here.
Councilman Dierkes?
Here.
Councilman Matichak?
Here.
Councilman Messler?
Here.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Here.
Councilwoman Flippin?
Here.
Okay, first we have the approval of the minutes for the regular and executive session meeting on August 16th, 2022. We have a motion?
So moved.
Second? Second?
Second.
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Abstain.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Matichak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, next we have the approval for the minutes of the work and executive session meeting on September 6, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second, poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Matichak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, so tonight we have the honor of passing a resolution of commendation for a dedicated Mountainside employee who's fortunately is now retired. I want to thank Mr. Root for all his service to the community. I know you've gone in places in this community that I don't think I'd want to go, but you certainly knew where they were and how to get there, so that was a great service to our community. So let me read this resolution. Whereas Thomas R. Root was hired as a member of the Mountainside Department of Public Works in January of 1989, whereas over 34 years since he was hired, Thomas also served on the Mountainside Volunteer Fire Department and the Shade Tree Commission, whereas the public works services provided in our community are an integral part of our citizens' everyday lives. Whereas the health, safety, comfort of this community greatly depends on these facilities and services. Whereas Thomas demonstrated a great work ethic in keeping the borough Mountainside the great place it is to live and work, and brought great knowledge to all the other employees of the department when it came time to the borough sanitary sewer lines. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside that we do hereby express on behalf of ourselves and the residents of the borough our gratitude and appreciation for Thomas R. Root's years of service to the Mountainside Mountainside Department of Public Works. So do I have a motion for that
So moved.
resolution?
So
We have a motion.
Second.
We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so moved.
Sir. Thank you very much to the mayor and council and the borough clerk, the administrator, and the attorney. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Tom.
Thanks, Tom. Enjoy your retirement.
Yep.
That was your last duty in Mountainside, Tom. You have to stay for the rest of the meeting. No, you don't. I'm just kidding.
Go ahead if you want.
Okay. Next, we have some resolutions. Resolution 112-2022. Bob?
Yes. Mayor, this is a resolution promoting some police officers. The police committee and the police chief have recommended the promotion of 5 candidates whose credentials and experience were found best to suit the needs of the borough in filling these positions. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside that the following individuals be promoted to the positions of sergeant and corporal in the Borough of Mountainside and with all the rights, responsibilities, and obligations attendant upon these positions. Effective September 21st, Patrolman Yazinski will be a sergeant. Also, September 21st, Patrolman Jonathan Hagan will be promoted to corporal. Effective September 21st, 22, Patrolman Kevin Pierre promoted to position of corporal. Effective September 21st, 2022, Patrolman William Sforza will be promoted to position of corporal. And effective September 21st, Patrolman James Urban will be promoted to position of corporal. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Matijak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 113-2022. Rachel?
Yes, whereas the governing body of the Borough of Mountainside is aware that Friday, September 16, 2022, has been declared as the POA-MIA Remembrance Day, and whereas all Americans everywhere owe a special debt of gratitude and a responsibility for remembering and honoring those who have given so much to make all of us free and secure in this, our national homeland. And a recognition day is a fitting testament and remembrance for all of us for the sacrifices of our POA-MIA veterans. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Mountainside that it hereby declares that Friday, September 16th, 22, as POA-MIA Remembrance Day in the Borough of Mountainside, and urges all citizens of the Borough of Mountainside to make a special effort to give thanks and remembrance for the sacrifices rendered to us by these noble sons and daughters of America. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
Okay, poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Matijak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 114-2022. Steve?
Whereas the Borough of Mountainside would like to participate in the leaf disposal program at the Union County Conservation Center, and whereas it is necessary to enter into an indemnification agreement and memorandum of understanding with the County of Union to participate in the leaf disposal program, and whereas the current 2022 rate is $4 per yard of loose material and $6 per yard of compacted material. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Mountainside that the Mayor and Borough Clerk are hereby authorized to sign the indemnification agreement and memorandum of understanding to participate in the leaf disposal program at the Union County Conservation Center. So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion in 2 seconds, so poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Matijak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 115-2022. Donna?
Resolution 115-2022, whereas the Borough of Mountainside needs to refund monies to interested parties for overpayment of current year's taxes. Now therefore be it resolved that the treasurer be authorized to issue the following refund for the following reason: $2,023.36 to 1140 Route 22, and $3,198.37 to 1021 Ledgewood Road. So moved.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion, we got a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Matijak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 116-2022. Renee, you want to do that, please?
Yes, be it resolved that the Borough Clerk is authorized to advertise for bids for the 2022 recycling contract. So moved.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion, we got a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, so next we have Resolution 117-2022. Deanna?
Yes, we have two refunds in the Recreation Department, one for pool membership of $130, the other one for pool guest pass for $44, totaling $174. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 118-2022. Donna?
Resolution 118-2022, whereas the Borough of Mountainside would like to hang a rescue squad recruitment banner, and whereas the mayor and council would like to request permission from the County of Union to hang the banner along Mountain Avenue. Now therefore be it resolved that the County of Union grant the Borough of Mountainside permission to hang such banner. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Next we have Resolution 119-2022. Deanna?
Yes, whereas Ron Richlick is the owner of the property designated at 416 New Providence Road, Block 26, Lot 5, on the current tax map of the Borough of Mountainside, and took an appeal from the 2021 real estate tax assessments. Mike Fragilla, the tax assessor in Borough of Mountainside, has recommended that such appeal be settled upon the terms set forth below. Whereas the borough attorney concurs with such recommendation, whereas the governing body has concluded that such settlement is appropriate. Now therefore be it resolved that the foregoing tax appeal be settled as follows. The 2021 assessed valuations of Block 26, Lot 5, otherwise known as 416 New Providence Road, shall be reduced from $611,800 to $588,200. Upon receipt of the New Jersey State Tax Court judgment reflecting the above referenced assessment values, and when the method for generating the refund payment has been fully and finally approved, the appropriate borough officials are authorized and directed to a refund of $463.50 for the 2021 tax year. Such refund is to be paid by way of check made payable to Maria R. Kazini, Esquire, and Ron Richlick, forwarded to Maria Kazini, Esquire, 1199 Route 22, Mountainside, New Jersey. So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 120-2022. Steve?
Whereas the tax collector has recommended that the balance of the 2022 taxes from April 2022 through December 31st, 2022 be canceled in the below amounts on the following blocks and lots because these properties has been purchased by the Borough of Mountainside, and these blocks and lots are now considered tax exempt. And whereas the overpayment of taxes paid by the former owner were collected to the former owner on the settlement statement and shall not be refunded back to the former owner since the overpayments were added to the borough's purchase price. Now therefore be it resolved by the governing body of the Borough of Mountainside, County of Union, State of New Jersey, that the above balances of taxes for 2022 are hereby canceled and the overpayment of taxes be used towards the purchase of blocks 14, lot 15.03 and block 14, lot 15.01. And the cancellation amounts are $10,658.51 and $5,005.34. So moved.
Second.
Got a motion, we got a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Next, we have Resolution 121-2022. Bob?
Yes, Mayor, the Borough of Mountainside is a member of the Suburban Municipal Joint Insurance Fund, and we want to renew our membership that terminates as December 31st, 2022. The municipality desires to renew the membership. The Borough of Mountainside agrees to renew its membership in the Suburban Municipal Joint Insurance Fund and be subject to the bylaws, rules, and regulations, coverages, and operating procedures thereof as presently existing or as modified from time to time by lawful act by the fund. The mayor and the clerk shall be and hereby authorized to execute the agreement to renew membership. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Do we have to do anything with this agreement to renew the membership that's behind this?
No, I don't think so.
No, we just sign off on that and send that with the resolution.
Okay, all right. Okay, so that brings us to Resolution 122-2022. Rachel?
Yes, Mayor, thank you. Whereas receivable balance exists in the records of the borough, and whereas the balance is as follows for the Municipal Alliance Grant in the amount of $125. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the Chief Financial Officer cancel this balance from the records of the borough. So moved.
Second.
We got a motion, we got a second. Poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, so next we have Resolution 123-2022. Renee?
Yeah, there are certain general capital improvements balances that, for dedicated projects that are now completed, that remain. So therefore, be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside that the following unexpended balances be canceled, and that's for the amount of $52,217.34, and that was items for the fire department. So moved.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion, we got a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 124-2022. Steve?
Whereas NJSA 40A, Section 4-87 provides that the Director of the Division of Local Government Services may approve the insertion of any special item of revenue in the budget of any county or municipality when such item shall have been made available by law in the amount thereof was not determined at the time of the adoption of the budget. And whereas said director may also approve the insertion of any item of appropriation for equal amount. Now therefore be it resolved that the Borough of Mountainside hereby requests the Director of the Division of Local Government Services to approve the insertion of an item of revenue in the budget for the year 2022 for the below amount, sums of which is now available as a revenue from public and private revenues offset with appropriations, and these are for New Jersey Emergency Management Performance Grants of $10,000, Watts Mountainside Community Foundation for the Night Out, $2,000. Be it further resolved that a like sum be and the same amount is hereby appropriated under caption of the same as above for the New Jersey Management Performance Grant of $10,000 and the Watts Foundation Community Foundation Night Out, $2,000. So moved.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion and we have a second. Poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, next we have Resolution 125-2022. Bob?
Yep. Resolution authorizing the execution of a shared service agreement between the Borough of Mountainside and the Mountainside Board of Education for the services of a Class II Special Law Enforcement Officer. Whereas the Mountainside Board of Education and the Borough of Mountainside have agreed to enter into a shared service agreement, whereas the services of a Class II Special Law Enforcement Officers will be provided by the Borough of Mountainside to the Mountainside Board of Education pursuant to NJSA 40A:65-1. Now therefore be resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside, the shared service agreement between the Borough of Mountainside and the Mountainside Board of Education for the services of Class 2 special law enforcement officers to be provided by the Borough of Mountainside and the Board of Education is approved. The mayor and the borough clerk are authorized to sign the agreement on behalf of the borough. This resolution shall take effect immediately. A copy of this agreement shall be filed for informational purpose with the Division of Local Government Services in the Department of Community Affairs pursuant to NJSA 40A:65-4. So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and we have a second. Poll the council.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
This agreement is just another example of the mayor and council working with the Board of Education to make sure that the student, staff, and administration at our two local schools are safe. So we're very happy to enter into this shared services agreement, and I think it'll make everybody safer at the schools. Okay, next we have Resolution 126-2022. Deanna?
Yes, whereas the Township of Clark and the Borough of Mountainside has agreed to enter into a shared service agreement whereby the services of information technology specialists will be provided by the Township of Clark to the Borough of Mountainside pursuant to NJSA 40A:65-1. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Mountainside as follows. 1, the shared service agreements between the Township of Clark and the Borough of Mountainside for the services of media specialists to be provided by the Township of Clark to the Borough of Mountainside and is hereby approved. 2, the Mayor and the Borough Clerk are authorized to sign the agreements on behalf of the Borough. 3, this resolution shall take effect immediately. And finally, 4, a copy of this agreement shall be filed for informational purpose with the Division of Local Government Services in the Department of the Community Affairs. So moved.
Second.
We got a motion, we got a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Next, we have Resolution 127-2022. Rachel?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Whereas the following applicant for a plenary retail consumption license has complied with the provisions of RS Title 33, Intoxicating Liquors, C.1, Alcoholic Beverage Law, and whereas this establishment has been inspected and approved by the Board of Health and our fire prevention official. Now therefore be resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Mountainside in the County of Union, State of New Jersey, that pursuant to the statute, in such case made and provided that the following plenary retail consumption license for the period of July 1st, 2022 to June 30th, 2023, and be the same is hereby granted. And that is for Public House on 899 Mountain Avenue in the amount of $2,500. So moved.
Second.
Got a motion, we got a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Next, we have Resolution 128-2022. Donna?
Whereas the governing body of the Borough of Mountainside wishes to appoint Al Bandix to the position of Class 2 Special Law Enforcement Officer. Now therefore be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the Borough of Mountainside that Al Bandix be hereby is appointed to the position of Class 2 Special Law Enforcement Officer at an hourly rate of $35 effective and subject to a satisfactory psychological background and physical. So moved.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion, we have a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, so it looks like the last resolution is Resolution 129 dash 2022. Renee, you want to take that? please?
Yes. This is a resolution accepting the report of the Fire Committee of this council regarding operation and management of the Mountainside Fire Department. The Fire Committee's report to the governing body and First Amendments are hereby accepted. The Fire Committee is directed to proceed with the implementation, operation, and management of the fire department that are recommended in the report, and that the Borough Attorney is directed to prepare any amendments to the Borough Code in order to implement those changes. And finally, the governing body hereby extends its thanks and appreciation to the members of the Fire Committee and members of the Fire Department who work together in connection with preparation of the report.
Okay, we got
Yes, so moved. Second.
we have a motion and we have a second.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, so we have two ordinance tonight. They both are first reading, so there'll be no public participation. The first one is ordinance 1313-2022. Steve, you're going to take that, please.
Ordinance amending the 2021 revised agreement between the member municipalities of the Rahway Valley Sewage Authority. Be it ordained by the governing body of the Borough of Mountainside, County of Union, State of New Jersey as follows. Section 1. The governing body of the Borough of Mountainside hereby approves the amendments to the 2021 agreement with regard to the establishment and operation of the Rahway Valley Sewage Authority. Section 2. The amendments to the 2021 agreement are set out in red line and are attached as Appendix A, revisions to 2021 agreement. Section 3, severability. If any section, clause, paragraph, or provision of this ordinance shall be adjudicated invalid, such adjudication shall apply only to that section so adjudicated, and the remainder of this ordinance shall be deemed valid and effective. Section 4, inconsistency. All ordinances or part of ordinances inconsistent herewith are hereby repealed to the extent of such inconsistency.
Okay, we got a motion, we have a second.
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, next we have ordinance 1314-2022. Donna?
An ordinance amending Chapter 3 Hunting and Firearms of the Borough Code to prohibit firearms in public buildings in the Borough of Mountainside. Basically, this is to keep guns out of municipal buildings, the Board of Ed property, and the only people that are allowed to carry firearms are police officers. So moved.
Okay, we have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Mayor, I'm going to vote no on this because I think there's some problem with the language of who's allowed in and stuff like that. And I wasn't here at the work session to voice my opinion on that, so I'm going to vote no on that.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
I'm voting no on this also.
Councilwoman Pater?
No.
Okay, we have a tie, so I'm going to vote yes, and we'll discuss it at our next work session so we can help resolve any difficulties that any of the council members may have with this ordinance, okay? All right, so next we have bills and claims.
Be it resolved by the mayor and council of the Borough of Mountainside that the following bills of the persons named and for the amount stated below have been duly audited and found to be correct this 20th day of September 2022. The same be paid after council's review if and when funds are available, and that the mayor, council president, administrator, and treasurer are hereby authorized and directed to sign and deliver warrants for the same, and that's in the amount of $332,401.12.
Second.
We got a motion and we got a second. Poll the council, please.
Councilwoman Andre?
Yes.
Councilman Dierkes?
Yes.
Councilman Mattajak?
Yes.
Councilman Messler?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pacifico?
Yes.
Councilwoman Pater?
Yes.
Okay, next we have council comments.
I have a couple, but Councilman Mattajak, maybe you want to introduce the scouts?
Oh, well, they're not here for any proclamations or anything, but they're here as as participation, as towards a merit badge. I believe it's a citizenship in the society. Oh, it's the communications. My bad. Sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. I have two announcements, just as reminders. The Rescue Squad's annual Haunted Trail and Haunted House will return on October 15th. The rain date will be October 22nd, from 6:30 to 9. Also, as a reminder, the Rescue Squad will be hosting opera on film with subtitles at the Mountainside Rescue Squad building on the second Friday of the month until the end of the year.
Okay, anyone else have any announcements?
Say, school's open, so drive safe. There's kids where there normally haven't been for the last few months.
Okay, I wanted to talk a little bit about our National Night Out. It was held out here on the Echo Brook Field. It was very successful, really beyond anyone's imagination. I've gotten a tremendous feedback about that night. I think as a result, we'll probably be continuing this as an annual event. The total attendance exceeded over 400 people. It may even have been higher. The groups that were represented there that night, we want to thank them for their participation, is the Mountainside Police Department, the Mountainside Fire Department, the Mountainside Rescue Squad, and the Union County OEM. This event was organized by a number of people who helped make it a big success. I'd like to read off some of their names. Officer, now Sergeant Yazinski, Officer Eric Pastor, Sergeant Tom Norton, Samantha Willinger of our Rec Department, Matt Deanna, our Head of Public Works, Kim Moriak, our Senior Citizen Coordinator, Susanna Green, and then Officer Green, Officer Hagan, Officer Hussey, Officer Pierre, Officer Harris, Officer Szynski, Officer Melville, and Officer Carlos, Officer Corsentino, and Officer Hernandez. Also, Chief Essemplair of the Fire Department, as well as other members of the fire department, participated and cooked food for everyone. This National Night Out was funded by donations. The Watts Foundation gave a donation of $200. The Mountainside PBA contributed $640, including $390 to keep the ice cream truck open longer. The Mountainside Fire Department contributed $250. The Rescue Squad also contributed $250. And Famous Dave's contributed hot dogs, hamburgers, rolls, and condiments. And also the AMC Theater donated some popcorn. Really, it was a wonderful day. It just shows the kind of true spirit of volunteerism and what volunteers can do to have a great night out here. And it's just another event that makes Mountainside the great town that it is. I did want to follow up, though, on something that Councilman Matacek said. School is now in session. I've been receiving a number of complaints about people speeding on Wood Valley and especially on Birch Hill, which is much narrower than Wood Valley, especially in the mornings. It seems like parents are dropping their kids off at Deerfield and they're racing over to Beechwood, and it's become a real problem It seems like there's, like Steve says, there's kids out there now. A lot of seniors are out walking, especially in the morning. So in the famous words of Councilman Dierkes, 25-mile-per-hour speed limit is not a suggestion. It's the law. Okay, we all need to follow it. I know I have to catch myself sometimes, especially going down Wood Valley, when I look down at my speedometer and say, oh man, I'm going more than 25, and I try to slow down. We need to be responsible residents, okay? Obey the traffic laws, especially in the mornings on those two very, very busy streets, for the protection of all of our citizens and especially our children. So please, slow down when you're taking your kids to school. Be cognizant of what's going on. Do not talk on your cell phone, because I received that complaint from a bunch of residents. So please, be safe for everyone's sake. Okay.
Thank you, Mayor. Can I just add that also
Sure.
on Corinne, Blazo, and Iris, people speed very fast down there. Our police department has been very good to arrest a lot of those people. The kids cross over there, they always bike. So I just like to say thank you for the work that they do there.
Okay, great. All right, so unless somebody, any audience participation? Guys, you want to say something? We made you sit through this boring meeting. You can get up and say something if you want. Come on, somebody's going to get up. Who's the
Come on,
spokesman
somebody.
over there?
Want to thank
It's a
your dad.
communication merit badge. There you go. Let's go, Luke.
Why don't you just tell us about the merit badge you're getting?
Communications merit badge. And for this requirement, we're gonna have to prepare an objective report that includes multiple points of view on one of the issues talked about. So.
Thanks for coming, guys. Okay, so any other audience participation? No? Okay, so we need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Okay, we have a second?
Second.
So adjourned.